And fall in, my fellow Scout Troopers. I am Micka from Scouts Entertainment, and yes, we have a Napoleon Total War 3 replay here for you today. It's a nice 4v4 sent to me by William Kozlov, or I was tagged in the replay on the Napoleon Total War 3 Discord, so thank you, William, for tagging me in this replay. Now, I know he's commanding the faction of UK Russia Held, or at least I believe he is. I'm not too sure of his gaming name though. So, on one team we have Renor, Marshal Davout, Zappa, and Minister 8. On the other team, we have H&R General Hero of Vengeance. This is a player to watch out for. He's actually very good. I played against him yesterday. He kicked my ass, to say the least. And he's had a consistent performance. You know, he's really up there, I think, in terms of the quality of NTW3 players. So, if you're up against him, watch your back. We have here Korps. We have Lewkekewh, or Kez. I don't know how to say that. And the Grand Union of Onions. Okay. On the map today is 1811. Fuentes de Honor 1811. I don't know why they repeat 1811 at the start and 1811 at the end, but they do. The points today? Well, we got a couple buildings there with no points, but as I said before, some players deem that as 1 point per building. I think that's fair. We have one 4-pointer, we have two 2-pointers, and another 4-pointer to the northeast. So we have about 12 points so far marked, with another 3 or 4 individual ones, so a grand total of 16, maybe. We have, as I said, UK Russia Helder over there. To his left, we have Russia. We have their opponents, which looks to be like a French commander or a French Bayon force. This is obviously their opposing team. Looks to be a combination of France and Riben. Looking at that. France, and maybe 3 French armies there. We've got here Heiliges Römisches Reich, or the Holy Roman Empire. Now, further down in the distance here, we have United Kingdom Peninsula. Alright, so there's other factions. And, well, looking at this, wide open spaces, we've got a lake that technically is not really a lake. Although, you know, if we see a cannonball or a gunshot hit this area, we'll see water kick up off the ground. But a good map for cavalry warfare. There's a few towns and villages, obviously, throughout. These would act as good fallback positions if your team's in trouble. The buildings will funnel your enemy, and it also makes it harder for cav to charge into you. Although you have to imagine it's also difficult to form square in such places as well, so be careful when you decide to fall back to it. Over here we see some vegetation, but the trees are scarcely spread out, so... Well, spread out in abundance, probably. That's a better way of phrasing it. So it shouldn't affect cav charges whatsoever. We got, looks like this French player here is marching his entire army down the road. This would be tricky. Windy roads are always hard to navigate. Okay, the UK sort of... They've crossed the bridge, but they're holding their position. I could see him setting up his line here. Although, the biggest threats to him would be enemy artillery set up on the hilltop here. Likewise for the French player, if the UK Helder does the same thing on his side. Again, we see these ditches a lot. This makes the battle fairly even for both sides. And the only way to really break the stalemate is, I think, 2 factors. One is the quality of the team's infantry, or the player's infantry. Like, what's the accuracy rate? How strong is the unit? How good is their morale? I'm not too sure if melee attack comes into it too much. I mean, except for Grenadiers, I'm not sure many players hold melee attack in high regards for most units. I think for light infantry, we really only care about the morale and their accuracy rate, and also, of course, the number of soldiers in the unit. Of course, if they're Grenadiers, then we start caring about their melee attack, since that's what Grenadiers are really known for. They're not bad shots either, but Grenadiers are, to be fair, mostly known for their melee attack. and charging into bayonet charging your opponents. Let's have a look. Yeah, he can cross the river. Now Russia here has a lot of cav at their disposal, 4 units in fact. We've got a couple of mid-tier cav, some fasting light cav, 2 units, great for artillery and general strikes. And of course we've got some cavalry guard here to provide some muscle. In the event that Russia's forced to charge into I suppose, a superiorly numbered cav force. He just has to hope there's no elites in that force, or he's going to struggle as well by himself. Helder's also got mostly light tier cav here. France is going to go after the artillery. You can tell he's fishing. He's running down the road here, and he was dead set thinking about swinging left, right there, you could tell. Now they're being chased off. I really hope UK is not thinking about trying to shoot that artillery. I mean, the angle has to be so perfect for a hit. He's far better off shooting the enemy cavalry. I think he's guaranteed a kill at least once every 2 volleys. Let's have a look. Ooh, okay. Bounced up. Too high. Maybe once every 4 volleys. Bring back the enemy cards. That's my opinion, of course. You don't have to do it. The UK Peninsula here has swung wide. He's got enemy cav on his left. UK here is being surrounded, curiously enough. General here could be vulnerable. Arthur Weasley. He could be targeted. UK here only has 2 cav units. He didn't bring a whole lot of cav. So his infantry here needs to stick close to his own infantry. And I think obviously this player here needs to deploy a rear guard of at least 2 or 3 units to keep them, to keep the general in front of those 3 units in between, and obviously the front line. So the general is sandwiched in the middle there, you know. We've got the front line, we've got the general, and we've got his protection detail. Maybe 1 in the rear and 1 on either flank of the general, you know. That way if they attack, form square, general's protected. No risk of losing him to a sudden cav charge. Now this does concern me a bit. I wonder if he'll win if those French cav charge in. Looks like a small cav engagement already. Jeez, that was fast. UK here firing their artillery, trying to take out the French cavalry.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
These guys here have lost some troops. And these guys have deployed stakes. Not the best place for it. And I say not the best place for it because I just don't see most players charging their cavalry through a town or through a village, you know? It forces them to clamp up too much. And there's no real chance of a good charge. But hey, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. I wonder if this is a general or not. Looks like it could be. So, the lines are being built up. These guys here have been firing for a little while. Russia here is kind of feeling himself out a bit. He's trying to feel where his enemy might be. He's also waiting for his artillery to catch up. Yeah, unfortunately this artillery is excruciatingly slow and takes its time. You should always give your arty an escort. Alright guys, we are back because something extraordinary has happened. One of the blue team players have managed to get themselves behind the red team's battle line. I don't think I've seen this before. France here has allowed himself to be caught between a rock and a hard place. If I was Helios Romanus to strike, I'd begin moving in this direction with my army, trying to cut off any chance this player has to retreat. Now you can see here that UK has gone way wide. Like he's moved deliberately to try and cut off any chance this French player has of escape. Now UK needs his ally to move towards him. He needs to keep a few units over here to occupy this French force. He's already got his skirmishers firing away. At this range, despite the high rate of accuracy, I don't think we'll see too many casualties. I think these units here are on the zenith of the skirmishers' range. You can tell they're getting a few hits here and there. And I say it's important that the Roman Empire moves forward here because it looks like UK has gone from a player that's ambushed his opponent to a player that's about to be double teamed if his ally doesn't move forward. So I know how I said this area was where I should think Roman Empire should concentrate on, but I think I've changed my mind. Given the position of the UK forces and where the whole Roman Empire is, it makes sense to actually sandwich these guys together. So what can this player do? This player here needs to move immediately south. I think moving this direction here is his best chance of survival. They can form a perimeter around the town and try to hold out while their allies come to their aid from this side, from this direction, you know? We have an artillery piece that's being left behind. And the UK is just going to swarm all over it and take it out. That stings. Now UK is actually going to get their cav away here. They've got a square nearby.
Yes, sir.
This is cool. Okay. Alright, France is actually going to try and sneak away from the grasp of England here. We've got Helder Expedition also. Well, this reminds me of Helder Expedition anyway. Moving this way to try and also close off the retreat, try and shut down the gaps, close the gaps. France is in all sorts. He's going the wrong way. He's got to turn around. He's got to go back down to the south. He's walking into a trap. Artillery's been taken out by the Roman Empire. They're going to try and charge into the French forces in their backs. Good charge. England's line here is taking shape. We've got here some artillery that's going to fire into the backs. You have to think. I mean, this artillery could be this French force's only hope. I mean, it's lined up. It's in a good spot. And they're going to form square in the nick of time. We've got some cavalry here. Maybe they should go after the artillery. It looks like the cav is occupied on the square. They're caught on the square. He's going to charge into the cavalry force. I think the opportunity was there for him to charge the cavalry. There still might be an opportunity for him to do just that. But that cav, those two French cav units were caught on the square. And so I think the chance of them taking out the artillery was pretty high at that moment in time. Okay, UK Helder here wants a piece of the action. Okay, this worked before, will it work again? Yep, this unit either must not be able to form square, or the player was caught unawares.
Our men are running, sir.
These the French are really bunching themselves up here. Okay, they lost a few there to friendly fire. Perfect trap, if there ever was one. Roman Empire forces moving as if right on cue. Jeez, okay. UK here being highly aggressive. I don't know why he's doing this. They are the Highlanders. They are decent in melee. But, you know, doing moves like this creates gaps and opportunities for your opponent to escape the perimeter you've used it created to surround him with. Very interesting. France is being outflanked, and there's not much he can do about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I would have thought I would see these guys fall pretty fast from being shot from multiple directions. Two old enemies going hard at it. Oh god, for a second I thought it crashed. The French forces here were surrounded and destroyed. They executed the perimeter perfectly. There was no escape for the French. There was opportunities for them to escape that, but they didn't get out in time. And they went the wrong way. Alright. Things seem to be settling down. We've got a 1v1 over here. These guys have completely separated from the action that just took place.
Our men are running, sir.
So I am half curious to see who would win this fight. We got stakes here. The enemy general has fallen. Mini stop. We got that. Oh, that's Russian cab. It's okay. These guys are formed pike. Takes them a while to load that cannon, doesn't it? They're close enough for canister shot, you'd have to think. The real question is, will they fire on them? Where's the cab going? Yeah, he's gonna get killed in his own stakes if he's not careful. Yeah, Russia ain't using that unit well. Yep. Here we go. Oh, they are firing canister. Oh, that was disappointing. I expected more from that. A 12 pounder at that range. I thought they would have torn that unit apart. Nice firing position there from France. They got Russia's number on the right flank.
Our men are running, sir.
It's weird. It's like they have no center. They got a right and a left flank, but no center to hold it all together. France here has retreated. They've given up this position. We've got a few units here, which I don't know why they're being left behind. I know I talked about towns being a fallback position, but you know, a unit of 3 is a bit weird considering they're falling back the rest of the French forces. You have to think these 3 would follow suit, but they're just sitting there. Okay, so Roman Empire and England, well, these forces of England here, they're tracking down the portion of the French forces over here, which are still numerous, and this is a large cat force, and they're attacking. They're going after the Roman Empire. Makes you think they're Austrians. Ah, counter-attack. France here is outnumbered, but the French have the quality. This is all Roman Empire cap here. Got a flanking charge here. Jeez, how many cav did he bring? He's got like 5 so far, at least. Combination of light and heavy. That's what you want. Okay, at least have to be elites. I mean, they're holding their own. It's close. Okay, I think France is now going to lose this one. Oh, it's just swung back. I don't know. Okay. So he broke 3. 1 against 4, and he broke 3 of them. That's not bad. France is winning this one too.
Our men are running.
Got the Roman Empire general here, trying to boost the spirits of his army. France here might be doing the same in kind. Okay, the general here has got to pull back. I mean, I think his cav unit's on the way out. He's risking the general's life by leaving them so close to the enemy. There they go. And he's also his last unit protecting him. It's a long run back to his infantry. France should just pursue and destroy the general. Okay, now he's getting out of there. Nicely done. Now we just got skirmishes here and artillery. So if France sees an opportunity here to take out both skirmishes and artillery alike, there's only a general there that he has to worry about. Now they got a volley off there, but for the most part they didn't really hit anything, so France got lucky there. And they don't have a squareable. He's got to do better than that. He should have tried to get the infantry to charge over here and bayonet charge the cavalry to try and protect the artillery. The skirmishes are buying them time, but it's not a lot. I think it's safe to assume he's going to lose the artillery. There's also skirmishes and arty. The general is right there too. What do you go for? That's the question. General. You have to think the general is a target to go after. This player here is getting very, very lucky today. France could have taken it in a general, if that is a general. I apologise if it's not, but I think it is. Okay, France is doing pretty well here. They got a bit rattled at the start, but they seem to have sort of calmed down. And they appear to be wearing down England. Okay, they broke the unit there. It's a big win for them. We've got to get these two units in the fight. They're behind this infantry unit here.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, it's good to see France got... Oh no, hang on, what did France do? Yeah, okay, he took up defensive positions in the town. Okay, Hell's going to charge in, but he's going to break. It looks like Russia here is doing okay against this French player. Yeah, they outnumber them. I think maybe they lost their artillery. Broken and exhausted though, the crew's killed entirely. They're not coming back at all. Okay, he's falling back, but his allies are so far away. Where do you fall back to in this situation? I guess it makes sense for him to fall back towards that town there, but where he's headed. Allied general killed. H&R hero of Vengeance has just fallen. So he was the United Kingdom Peninsula player, I believe. Yep, maybe that was him. That battle at the start, where they surrounded the French, it did feel like a H&R play. It's good to see that he was actually one of those players doing it.
Yes, sir.
They're not even bothering with the skirmish fight. They're trying to overrun the French here with superior numbers. And with the quality of their infantry. They'll have to charge in soon, you think. Careful, you're going to shoot your own guys.
Our men are running, sir.
The French should come here to the might of England and the Roman Empire. The opportunity was there to take out the Roman Empire's general. Should have done it. That's actually a good question for you guys and girls. Which is more, what would you do? Would you try and go after the enemy's artillery or enemy's general? I would assume most of you would say general, but if you do say artillery, then I would like you to tell me why. You might have a valid argument that I don't know about. Alright, everyone's just being mopped up here. 36 minutes left on the clock, but the red team's forces here are crumbling. It's all come down to this French player, the French riding player. His general here is getting close to the front lines, eh? Now, this French player, the only reason he might be doing this is because these units here have decent accuracy, decent morale, have a good chance of getting a few kills, potentially breaking a few Russian units, keeping his army still in the fight. That'd be the only reason for this one-on-one showdown here. You know, you got one unit shooting another, and so on. But the Russians appear to be winning this one. So you kind of have to wonder why he is engaging Russia in this manner, knowing he can't win in a 1v1 fight. It's in one unit versus one unit, not one player versus one player. Okay, he's outnumbered on this one. As I said, we're just wearing them down. The battle is completely over on this side. These units here are on a knife's edge and they're about to fall off it. Why is hell they're coming this way?
We have taken a
Very
building,
curious.
sir.
Okay, looks like Francis turned around to fight it out to the end here. I thought you'd see more fall there. The general here is trying to come into the rescue. He's gonna get shot to hell. Ah, he got away. Or will he get away? No, that's a French unit. Alright, so we're just sort of fast forwarding it here to show you guys what happens. The French is being surrounded. They've lost their general, so now they're going to break faster now. These guys here being shot. It's 4 on 1 there. Okay, there you go. Last units are over here. Alright, these guys here being overwhelmed, so let's watch this in slow time. They're formed pike, but they're being charged by infantry and cavalry alike. Okay, who was that? That was the infantry. There's another infantry unit there as well. And we've got another infantry unit coming in. Yeah, we're done there. And will we see General here take out the artillery? Well, you know, to be fair, this General here is dead. But this unit should be able to take out the arty crew. Canister shot, maybe. Yeah, it's canister shot. He was going to fire a cannonball, but at the last second he switched to canister. And here comes the Russian cav. We've still got 2 red units alive at this stage. Finish him off. He's getting clubbed over the head. And that's it. So, HNR General Hero here getting 2,264. He does consistently get high kills, I'll give him that. Korps here, 1,036. We have Lewkekewh, we have 996 for him. And the Grand Union of Onions, 742. Renor, 760. Marshal Davout, 826. Zappa, 617. And Ministop, 244. So unlucky there to them. Okay, kill counts here range from 184 all the way down to nothing, but for the most part, consistent performance there across the army for most of the units there. With a few standout performances, of course. And that is that. Thank you to William Kozlov for tagging me in the replay. If you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, guys, you can send it to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via private message. You can be part of our community and join my Discord server Scouts Reconnaissance and post a replay there. Or you can simply tag me in the replay you post on the NTW3 Discord as well. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. For that, my fellow Scout Troopers, catch you in the next Total War battle.